I feel now I'm going to touch a little on meditation and this aspect of understanding the role of mindfulness in ourselves. Is that interesting you?
Yes.
Yes? So, well, first we need to look at a bit our mind and heart, mind-heart, and how it functions, how we can deal with our mind. So I will explain first. There are 2 points. There are 2 aspects of mind. One aspect is the appearance aspect of mind, that is expressed through the movement and the expression of emotions and also the movement of thoughts coming constantly. So it is like all those thoughts that come constantly entertaining us and our emotions in response to those. This makes come together and we get completely taken by this aspect of mind. Most of us are totally, completely taken by this, and we are transported from one point to another in our mind, you know? Does that make sense? This busyness of the mind that is caught into the rising of those thoughts that come and emotional reaction to it, and we keep a story going, and it just goes on, and it doesn't end. So that is the appearance aspect of mind. So the problem with that is that it absorbs our whole attention, or at least a big part of it. It takes us, and we don't always want to go where it takes us. Is that true? Is that right? Sometimes you end up in this store. What? I'm arrived in the supermarket down there, and I'm here. You know, why? Just is my mind taking me there, into stories. Does that make sense? So that's this appearance aspect of mind, and what's wonderful to consider that maybe I don't have to go with all those thoughts and emotions arising. I don't maybe have to go with it, have to follow it up. Is it something to consider? Could be useful, isn't it? Yeah. That's me. When I discovered that, I was like, my God, I mean, I felt it was incredible. It was a revelation for me to realize that you do not have to go with it. You have a choice. Isn't it extraordinary that we have the choice not to go with this mind that goes so busy, responding to everything? No? And it feels full of hope for me. And this is where we enter and into the understanding of a second aspect of the mind. So what happens if I don't engage with those thoughts and emotions as they arise? What happens? Isn't it to consider that? What happened then? There is a space. A space where we can be. Just being. Open, present, not wanting anything specially, simply experiencing this moment as it is. There's nothing to solve in that moment. We'll be just accepting as it is. Accepting it as it is. another thought comes, maybe I don't have to go with it. I leave it. I'm going to breathe, simply being in that quality of presence, just being accepting. Everything is fine. And you know what? My heart starts to feel more peace. And I hear in the silence some quality of blessing. I feel something of a blessing, a natural blessing in this moment of being. Natural blessing. Can you feel that? It's happening now. This natural blessing. I feel my heart moved. I feel you. We've gone to a deeper way, a deeper level in the being. Huh? Just in the being. If we could only just be. And breathe. Yes, just breathe naturally into the being. Oh. There's nothing to solve right now. And wait tomorrow. What is in that being? What do we find? You know, I know you know. You know everything. What do we find in that quality of being?
Peace.
Peace. What else do we find?
Calm. Calmness.
Calm.
Calm.
Calm, peace.
Your connections
Yes.
with all around you.
Yes. We find this connection, this quality of interdependence, interconnection. And what does it give us, that quality? What does it give us? This sense of what you share there, this connection. What does it give us?
Serenity.
Yes. Serenity.
I don't know.
We know.
The word.
No,
I have not shared.
when we. No, thank you for sharing that. You know, we are sharing it from. You know, we all have a wisdom inside, each of us. And when we enter this quality of being, of presence, we start to speak more. It's not that it's not speaking normally. We start to hear it. That's the difference. Huh? And each of us have a wisdom nature. We all have. So in that quality of connection, of being, we discover, we start to hear more our wisdom speaking. You understand? Rising naturally as the noise of thoughts and emotion catching our attention dissolve, naturally this wisdom nature we will have start to speak more loudly or I start to hear more open. There's less noise. It's logical. Huh? Does that make sense, this thing? It's very, very important. So this second aspect of mind is the essence aspect of mind, which it is expressed through our true nature, our divine nature we can call it, but in Buddhism it's called our Buddha nature. It could be God nature, divine nature, wisdom nature. It's all the same. Let's not get fixed on words. It's something that is expressing our most profound quality of love, compassion, understanding, and freedom of spirit, freedom of heart. So this is this quality that arises naturally as we live the thoughts, emotions. We give space to not be engaged with our whole attention in that process. As we leave those thoughts, emotions for a moment, more of this wisdom self can come to consciousness, to your awareness. And this is the practice of meditation, is the practice of learning to leave thoughts and emotions as they are without wishing them away, without trying to repress, to suppress, to engage with them, without thinking, to engage, to grasp on them as real. No? And this is the process of meditation, is that process of simply learning to leave the thoughts, emotions as they are, in their natural state, as they are. Often, straight away as an emotion arises, we already start to label it, put all sorts of stories. It must be due to that, it must be due to that. And think, oh, maybe it's due to her, on him. Oh, all those stories, extra on top of the emotion rising, makes us go into incredible turmoil emotionally, and much more than we need. Do you understand? So, by letting those thoughts and emotions be as they are, we naturally come to our deeper nature that spontaneously emerge to consciousness, to our awareness, spontaneously. And this wisdom nature is in each of us equally. We are all a wisdom nature, each of us. This is quite beautiful. It's really special to start to consider that we have this, and we can learn slowly to realize more of it. And this is what is the practice of meditation, for example, which is first to bring our mind into attention, into focused attention, but spaciously, not focus. No? Focused attention, out of which we come into mindfulness. Mindful of what arises, what is happening. Mindful means I can go there or I don't go there. I have the choice. You've got the power. It's very important to realize you have the power to decide. I go there, I don't go there. You understand? It's amazing that we have the power. You know, so often we give our power away to so many people out there. We have to realize that this is where we work with our power on a profound level, is in this place. Because then you can remain present to life, and you never feel lost. You never feel out of... This is the true control. You know, we want to be in control. But this is a way of getting really in control, by simply learning that process of being with the rising of thoughts and emotions rather than engaging with them. Then, whatever situation you encounter, you're able to be with it without developing fear stories or panic stories. You understand? Which diminishes us so much. So it's like a traditional image used is the ocean and the waves on the ocean. The waves correspond to the rising of thoughts and emotions, the activity on the surface of the water. And the nature of our deeper nature, our true nature, is like the ocean, which includes the waves. Doesn't exclude the waves. Do you understand? It's part of it. But it's not the whole thing. Because what happens is we identify with that little wave here. And we lose the view of the whole ocean. It's a wonderful image, isn't it? And that's what brings the suffering. Because suddenly we see, like the mice, the little mice, we got completely channeled into that little wave, and we see the wave like enormous. And we lost the perspective of the ocean itself. So it's very frightening then. Do you understand? And this is what our mind does when it grasps on a thought or an emotion like that. It becomes narrow, small, and it's terrifying to look at what is in front because you see the wave like a mice. Do you understand? So that is very important to really see that we can learn to rest and identify, relate to the ocean itself. It's so beautiful. That is, I must say, these things are the teaching of the Buddha. I mean, he was somebody who really gave his life to discover the truth. He succeeded. Beautiful. And I'm just sharing, this is the teaching of the Buddha, it's not mine.